Hey guys, Frosty here, and today we're covering how to carry using pressure. Have you ever had those Singed players or those Teemos, Trindamirs, Vlads who do nothing but push top? For better or for worse, they're pushing non-stop, and every time you look away for a few seconds you lose a tower. I think we've all had those games against those players, and the experience is aggravating as hell. Essentially what the player is doing, whether they know it or not, is that they're exerting focused pressure top non-stop, making it difficult to make plays elsewhere without putting resources top. So we hear about pressure all the time, but what is pressure specifically? Pressure is the act of using your resources against your opponent to force a decision. Either they sacrifice resources or they lose something in return. This can be a split push where someone needs to stop Vlad or they lose a tower, or as simple as poking the enemy as they try and farm under their tower. The main thing many lower leveled players do not know is that the goal behind using pressure is to force the enemy to react and to play reactively, and by playing reactively, it allows your team to remain a step ahead and dictate how the game is played. So how do we carry with pressure? That's the point of this video, no? Well, pressure, like I said, can be used a ton of ways. In lane, simply by zoning your enemy or by trading with them while they attempt the last hit, can force them to either miss a minion CS or take free poke. They choose to lose gold or HP, and if timed right, you can only lose mana or a cooldown. Pushing a wave in properly with wards can also make it very difficult for laners who can't wave clear like Ryze, and lets long-range poke champions poke them down as they try and desperately farm while their turret is killing the minions. Also, another common way of applying pressure is ganking or roaming. Simply leaving a lane or going MIA can make other lanes play a bit safer and apply global pressure on the map for a short time. Now let's talk about global pressure before I give you some tips to use this pressure in your games to carry. Global pressure is when a player is either missing and could potentially be anywhere, a character has a teleport or invisibility, or has some sort of global ultimate. Karthus, Shen, Evelynn, and Soraka all apply different types of global pressure, and any champion with the summoner spell Teleport can also apply global pressure. A good way of countering some types of global pressure is to use wards, so bear in mind next time if you ever face Eve or a Twisted Fate. So now I'll tell you guys some ways I use these forms of pressure to win games or even to come back from losing games. So I start with laning phase. How is my matchup? Is it something like Caitlyn versus Vayne early where I can abuse my massive range and headshots to wear down Vayne and to try and zone her out from minions using my range to pressure her away from CS? Or am I playing Annie and purposely leaving my stun on while I farm and approaching them whenever a minion gets low so they get stunned if they try and last hit? Am I a better pusher? Actively thinking about how you can apply pressure onto the enemy laner to deny them CS, or to get them into a bad spot to later deny them CS or get them killed. Playing smart like this and understanding how to make them make choices in the game forces them to react while you're actively making the decisions. If you're pressuring them under their tower, respect that they'll eventually get fed up and lash out hard, going for an all-in or gank at any moment. Ward your lane and you successfully not only pressured your opponent, but you're eliminating ways that they can pressure you back. Stop trying to outplay the enemy with flashy trades or long overextended fights, and do what I just said, and laning will gradually become more and more consistent in your favor. If you're a supporter or a jungler, you have a unique job. You both have to find ways to exert as much pressure as possible while eliminating any pressure for your laners. Supports generally ward and attempt to zone out the enemy. Watch Aphromu's Leona video where he says support is easy, and I'll try and link it below. It looks like he's just recklessly going in, but he's actively applying the pressure to the opponent and forcing a situation where he knows as a pro he's going to win. A bad support is one who doesn't pressure the opposing duo lane. This generally results in the AD carry getting bullied or zoned out himself and losing lane over time unless the AD carry can really carry that support. Great Nami, Sona, Lulu players, and even tank support players can carry bot lane single-handedly with just walking towards the enemy, positioning, and doing good trades, controlling their movement with their own movement. Junglers need to show themselves no matter who you play. Even if you get Devour on Shyvana, you need to at least W into the lane and try and smack them once or twice every few minutes. You clear so damn fast farm junglers you can't make any excuses. Just by attempting to gank, you're reminding the enemy to fear a gank, and it helps your laners out and relieves pressure. As the series progresses, I'm going to talk in detail about roles, sub-roles like tank supports, and even mechanics and how to carry with them. During these videos, I will reference pressure and how to use pressure within these categories. So when you play, remember your goal in the game is to apply as much pressure onto the enemy team you can safely do, while relieving as much pressure as you can for your own team. Word up, rotate, play smart, and win games. This is Frosty, and I'll see you next time.